Hello YouTube, Zio187 here again, this time with a Tekkit Lite base walkthrough. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, my base starts off and as what seems to be a normal desert temple. So we're going to go ahead and fly on over there. And if you look around, everything seems to be pretty generic as a temple. There's nothing really that sticks out, except for the fire on top, of course. And then I hit up my remote, and here comes my front door. Go ahead and get in there. A little choppy ride down. This is the main entrance to my base. Going to my gold and sapphire hallway, which is located underwater below the base here. All right, as I come into the first room here, you're going to see my animal farm here, all automatic. The babies will be made over here, and then bam, they're sucked right on over here. When they grow up, they will be butchered. And then I'll get the pork chops, the steaks, and wool from them automatically, and that is sustained by the wheat farm here, which is all automatic as well. And heading further down into the main control room of my base. This is where the magic happens. See, we'll start right here, and this is my test reactor, reactor number 2. This is going to be my main power reactor that I use for creating UU. And here is my breeder reactor, which I use to repurpose the spent uranium cells and make new uranium cells. And this is a charging station. If you notice in the upper left-hand corner, I have a power to my armor that I'm wearing. So as soon as I step on it, it will charge quickly, back up to 7.5 megajoules. And then just paintings, some local players' art. I got some here, and then I got one here. This is where I keep my remote controls for my doors. My UU production screen tells me how much UU I have at one time, and you'll see why it's so low. And this first monitor here is going to be my crafting monitor. While something is crafting, it will tell me what's being made and then what materials I am missing, if any. This is the main screen telling me what I have stored in my ME system, which is like a computer system that digitally stores all materials. As you can tell, I've been at this for a while. You know, some of these things say craft. That means I can make them, but I don't quite have them ready yet. It literally takes seconds to craft any of these. Alright, and that is about it for all this material. And then to the right here is my ME crafting terminal, where if I want to, I can handcraft things that I need that I don't have in my Mac yet. And my Mac is this thing that I'm standing on. It stands for Molecular Assembler Chamber. If I look inside, we got 9 pages. And each of these is an item that I can auto craft. If I hold down shift, it will show you what those items are. And I believe I only have up to 6 pages right now. All these items I can auto craft just by a click of a button. So I'm on my 7th page. And then this right here is my control panel that controls various machines throughout my base. Mob Zapper is on. That means any mobs that spawn within a certain radius of my base will automatically be killed. The wheat farm, which is running the animal farm in the back. And then I have a mob farm, which is turned off because I don't want the mobs to be killed by the zapper. We'll check that out later. A water pump to supply water to machines when I'm using them. UU reactor, which is the main power reactor, creating power for my UU. Then the breeder reactor, which repurposes my spent uranium cells. Then everything else right now just has a color to it, which corresponds to behind it, which are, you'll see here in a moment, which is the circuit. All right, let's go ahead and look behind the control panel and see what it looks like. This is directly behind the control panel, and each of those colors goes to each one of these wireless transmitters, and then when the transmitter turns on, it goes to a receiver with a corresponding number when I set it up. This is where I convert all of my EU power into MJ power and then wirelessly transmit it with a tesseract. And this beauty right here, I traded 128 HV solar panels. This is an adjustable emitter, which creates unlimited power 24/7 at 512 EU per tick. This is said water pump. Now that you've seen the main control hub with the control panel and how that works, we're going to go ahead and check out the reactor room. Let's go ahead and turn them on. Turn on the main power UU reactor and the breeder reactor. And if we come on over here and check out the stats, the main power reactor has a temperature of 0. Max heat is 10,000 degrees. And it starts melting down at 8,500 degrees. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. The output is 2,240 EU per tick with just over an hour and 20 minutes left on the cells. And then the breeder reactor puts out a lot less power, but a lot more heat. Heat is absolutely necessary to regenerate spent cells. Temperature is 37,344 degrees with a max heat of 84,000. Melting point is 71,000, so we're still pretty safe. And it's only outputting 240 EU per tick with just over 2 hours and 45 minutes remaining. And let's go ahead and check on those reactors. So down the hallway and to the left is going to be the reactor room. This main unit right here is the force field that is around each reactor to help prevent any damage when there is a meltdown. This right here is the main power reactor. And if you take a look on the inside, it is absolutely chocked full of LZH condensators and quad uranium cells. And as these quad cells do produce a massive amount of heat, the LZH condensators will cool them down. And I keep those cool by injecting them with an absolute crap ton of lapis lazuli. If I left this running 24 hours, it would consume probably 20,000 lapis, if not more. And then coming on over here is the breeder reactor. You can tell it's very hot, but the heat, like I said, is necessary to regenerate. It'll be full of depleted isotope cells. The near depleted uranium cells had to be transformed into these. Now you can see them charging fairly quickly too. This is the absolute fastest that I could find out to recharge your depleted isotope cells. All right, moving on from here, we will go check out the main machine room. which is downstairs through this little painting. And this is all the machines that I use for my auto crafting. Got our furnaces here, completely upgraded. I have compressors here. Nope, the extractors here. And compressors here. And macerators here. Over here is my laser room to make facades and chips and other things like that. And coming on over here is all my MJ machines and a couple more of the EU machines that I don't use very often. All right, now we're going to go ahead and check out the mob farm. For that, I'm going to turn off the mob zapper and turn on the mob farm. I'm going to go ahead and head on downstairs for that. This is the lowest point of my base at this time. If we come on over here, we are looking at the slime grinder, which grinds the slime to make an absolute ton of mob essence, which is used to, first off, create the mobs out of those auto mob spawners, and then also used over here to create these mobs. And if we go check over here, we can see how this works. Now I have a bunch of mob spawners that I went out and collected and moved painstakingly with frame motors and frames. And as they spawn, they hit the conveyor belts, move on over, and then are shot by a deployer, which is on a timer system to deploy every half second or so. And then they're shot by a railgun, which is charged in here. This I use for a minium shard farm. Right here. In the minium shards, I make minium stones. Next on our tour is going to be the UU matter farm that I have going on over here. So if we come on down this way, this is where all the UU matter is made in the mass fabricator. I have it in a reinforced stone casing because this thing, if it explodes, will take out a ton of my base. It's already happened once, and I do not want it to happen again. These right here are cobblestone generators. They generate cobblestone. I use the cobblestone to make slabs. And then I take the slabs and I run them through our recyclers. Got to find out. There's only like 3 or 4 running at a time. Probably on the left side now. They change. And then the slabs are recycled into scrap. And the scrap comes on over here. And turned into scrap boxes. And then the scrap boxes are fed into the mass fabricator machine. To help amplify the process to make it go faster to create more UU. That's pretty dang fast. Right now I have just over 200,000 UU being fed from the reactor up this way, the solar panels this way, and then more AEs through this way. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the AEs. If we come on through here into Zaya 187's Catacombs of Death. If you don't know your way around down here, you could get absolutely lost. Now what I have here is some more cobblestone generators to make the scrap. The catacombs go off into that direction and this direction. And on in here are the AEs. I have 5 at this time. 1 for my main base and these 4 just for that one machine. And I'll be adding another one, hopefully by the end of today. Every 128 HV solars that are made, I could trade for one of those. This right here is my mob zapper, one of them. The base is fairly large, so I have 2. And you can see the lightning bolt there just shooting out, killing mobs like crazy. You can probably see some through here. Oh, see, yep, there they go. This is the test reactor that I was talking about earlier. And some test machines I've been working on. Okay, so one of the last major builds I got going on is down the hallway and up to the very top of the stairs here. This is my automated HV solar array factory. It takes the UU that's being generated downstairs and creates absolutely everything I need to make an HV solar array. This is just phase 1. As you'll see, this only creates regular solars. This is the main part. The UU is pumped into here. That's why it doesn't show in my system downstairs, because it's automatically pumped into here. And then when I have enough to make something, it will pull it out and put it around to where it's needed. And then make some more products and run them through until it makes an HV solar. And then the HV solar ends up here. This chest right here is kind of an overflow for anything that is extra until it is needed. So things come and go out of here quite often. And then the second part is downstairs in a secret room. So when it's done making the regular solar panels, they will come down here and finish the process into making transformers, low voltage solar arrays, all the way into medium solar arrays, and then finally to the high voltage solar arrays here. And then also in this room is kind of a little hidden thing I got going on here, and that is access to the hall of rooms that I've been making, kind of an office situation over there. Just pop on down, hit the teleport, and we are automatically teleported over here. And these are all password protected. They have power and food for anyone that would like to use them. There's no fee. I want to show you one more thing at my base before we take off and check out my shop. If we come on down over this way and head back into the reactor room, We can look up and notice that I have a garage door on right there. And just go ahead and hit the remote. And it should open up there. That is it. And with the help of admin, I was able to stop the flow of water. To have this little secret area under my base. And when you're outside, you can hardly tell the door's even there. Alright guys, this is my shop here where I sell an assorted array of things. Kind of change them out as they start to die down in sales. Try to keep the most popular items in stock. Also have lights that we can control. Anyone can in my shop. And also some music if you guys are looking to get a little music while you shop. And every player gets to try their luck here and just win a random item. Say hello. All right, guys, thank you for sticking with me. Go ahead and drop a like down below, drop a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.